Vince and I had a phenomenal relationship. And how I ended up there was um, I needed to stay learning, and the way I was raised to learn was move territories, right? And so, but it was amazing when I called. I thought, hey, I would like to come to WWE. I'm leaving WCW. My perception was that if you wrestled at WCW, they knew of you, watched you, blah 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 blah, and they're like, "Sure, let's negotiate." And they're like, "That's not how it works." I go, "So how does it work?" They go, "You got to try out." I'm like, "What am I trying out?" Like, you've seen my TV, and they're like, "No, you try out." And so they got me to try out in Augusta, and I went and tried out. And Vince, as soon as I came through that curtain, because I hadn't seen Vince since he was much younger. My dad was big on territories and making sure whether you like the territory or not. My father was huge on trying to tell the territory owners, be smart. We gotta push talent around and stuff like this. So yeah, you might be treading on my territory and I might be treading on yours, but guys, we got to create talent, and we got to, we yes, we're in competition. Competition brings success, but let's just not turn our backs on everybody, right? And so Vince's dad would occasionally send Vince down some TV tapings or whatever to do intros, and that's how I was like, "Dad," I said, "Who's that?" And they go, "That's Vince's son." And he would be there. So now, by the time I got there, it was Vince's mega territory and all this. But Vince treated me with incredible respect, and years later, they wanted to get rid of my partner, got rid of my partner, and then they offered an extension to my agreement. And when I first met Vince, I said, "Vince, I got to be honest with you. If I'm ever unhappy at your territory, can I leave?" And he said, "Yes." And then I told a few people that, and they laughed. Like, that's not what Vince does. He'll sit you at home, and you'll broke on your minimum or whatever. Vince. And I'm like, listen. I don't. All I know is the guy that told me what he told me. And so I literally called and asked for my release. And so what they did is they said, "Hey, can we send you a new contract and the release?" Vince said, and I said, "Yes, sir." And he sent it to me, and the new contract was phenomenal. But I also talked to him, and it was going to be 3 or 4 months to repackage me and songs and trademark. People don't know how much money and how much time it really takes back then to put someone new on TV. It's the trademark, the name, it's the outfit, it's the music, it's everything that has to be right. Forget just can you wrestle, everything else. So he sent it, and I should never have looked at the agreement, and I was like, ugh. But I signed I asked for my release.